Hi, like, subscribe, and win a high five. Today, I'm going to be doing an analysis on Robinhood. I'm going to try keep as energetic as I can, and this one should be short. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm pretty much building a case study on Laplace distribution cones because I am going to be trading stonks hopefully soon. And what am I looking here for in Robinhood? General idea, I've been watching it for about 100 hours now. I want to get like 30-cent moves. I don't know what the spread is yet. I haven't accessed it yet. Spread is all right. It moves a little bit later. A little bit tough to put your finger on sometimes. So I'll be looking for like 50-cent moves. Dude, crazy ones would be the dollars, the $50s that do seem to happen. Maybe it's been bullish. I don't know. I've known of these things. I just didn't really care to spend hours staring at them because I never really had access to them. So now hopefully I do. So now I'm just making a case study and I'm going to review Laplace distribution cones maybe in 3 months or whatever. You guys too can look at the hype levels as you've seen here a couple months before they get there. Orange lines, pink lines, yellow lines. Orange lines, pink lines, blue lines. Orange line is a mean. Pink lines you could say is a range. Could be bullish or bearish. It's not bullish or bearish. It's just a range. Anything above or below the pink lines, that's I'm guessing is breakout traders kind of looking for something over there. And then that will break you out to the outside of the cones. Anyway, you'll see it as it comes. We're going to start on the 90-day. I think I have all the way down to wherever. But thumbnails, now that you're here, I should actually put a statement here. Clickbait thumbnail. What would it be? It's a 45-minute bear Hopium. Pretty gangster. And then the 3-day Genesis cones. The first time the 3-day cone came on. I need to stop waffling. I need to set it in the beginning. But anyway, those are the two that will be as thumbnails. And yeah, just to give you a quick summary, what am I looking at here? 24-hour good, 90-minute good. Those are just the Laplace distribution cones. 14-day, there's a thin tail, fat tail event. 7-day, potential new cone. 24-hour, little more. I think I said they're resilient. We'll find out. 12-hour is more blocky, more wicky, I suppose, on 24-hour. Anyway, and this will be called the best Robinhood technical analysis. And we won't let you down. Okay, let's get into it. Take a deep breath. What am I technically looking for? Anything that pops up on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm not really caring about direction right now and the direction of volatility, but this will drop off. I just want to see my Laplace distribution cone. There is no volatility here for me to do that. Put up a Laplace distribution cone. You'll see how they come through. Okay, pretty much same thing. We're getting our first little pop of volatility here. It's been around for a couple candles. I can use it, but I'm not really too interested right now. Here we're getting our first fat tail event on the 21-day for Robinhood. The first signal, something big to come, and it is this candle. So it's pretty much signaling that volatility is 10% or below. So we'll see what happens in 18 days. Okay, so this is quite nice. This is the 14-day. This helps back to 21 days fat tail. In this circumstance, we have a thin tail event happening and a fat tail event, given there's no data here, but it just signifies, okay, so thin tail and fat tail event, right? That you see they're not actually mirrors. They're not mirrors. It's a whole loop. Fat tail, thin tail. Fat tail, thin tail. Anyway, so that's that. That's just reflecting that you've got two bell curves that have no data, but you've got the beginning and the end of one. All right, so that's pretty much what that signifies there. Pretty cool for me to know. Don't really want to worry about momentum oscillators right now. Here, starting to pile in. It's quite interesting. Maybe this is, I'm going to say luck that I'm viewing this at interesting time or at the correct time. I don't know, but yeah, it's been pumping and volatility is starting to zero out. I was looking at this earlier and I'm going to guess. It's like trying to guess variance. But if it's just small candlesticks or whatever it is on the 7-day, be it up or down, just small ones, it's going to grind volatility to zero, and then you get a new 7-day Laplace distribution cone. For the first time, it will be able to sync. Let's see, as it's been trying to happen a few times here, but never really got it. So we'll see if it gets it here. Ideally being, if it does get one here, whatever these $35 targets are, let's say, I hate this regime, and like they sell out and everything goes to zero. Well, I'm gonna be looking around about here at the previous black holes in here, 20 to 34. Like, it's not scary. Anyway, but yeah, so we're going to wait for the 7-day cone to print. Hopefully it'll give us a good update when it does print for a good video. And that's going to take fucking years to play out. So yeah, you get to see that from the start. That would be quite cool. Here, 5-day, I was hoping for a 5-day Laplace distribution cone, as it is quite nice for the stocks, but there wasn't one. Sorry, I'm not thinking I'm trading this thing. Anyway, 3-day, finally, this is the Genesis cone. All right, so the thumbnail you clicked on more than likely was this one. Don't worry, the bearish thumbnail will come. We'll get there. We've got to now zoom in because we kind of have an anchor point. Anyway, so this is what you pretty much saw. I will turn the one that has no skew off. It's technically the one on the left-hand side of the screen when I go back out. Anyway, so what are we going to do here? We're going to just say if it holds above the pink, it's going to be in a range. As you can see, it's actually a bearish range. So then Robinhood broke out of its bearish range with the skewed cone. This one looks a little bit further back into the data set and adjusts accordingly. And the general play is if it gets above the pink, that's the breakout trade, I guess. I don't know how to say that. I just say gets above pink, go blue. Like, keep it simple, caveman, stupid, bro. Like, above pink, okay, go for blue. Okay, it goes for blue. It actually held above blue. It held below blue, but it didn't come for pink. I initially like to see it touch at pink and then go for blue again. Anyway, that I'm not going to say it's front running, but it's like big positioning. Some obviously you can like say, oh, previous lows, all this shit, whatever. No one, I don't really care. I'll show you why. So anyway, it gets above the blues. We know if it holds above this blue to that blue. Good idea. Did come down. Did do its natural expectation of a move. I do like it to go from the colors to the colors. It's just easier to put your finger on it. Then blue to here. So it's $111. Now we go super cone, the Genesis cone. What can we see? As we start to put them together, when you piece the puzzles together, you start to see that the colorful lines, there's a lot of probabilities. In this region, okay, so it holds above that level. Anyway, pinks still apply. Get above the pinks and you start running, and now we can get a little bit more precise on the data. Okay, it failed. It came below the blue. I wanted the pinks, right? Every time it gets below the blue, I wanted the pinks. Okay, I see there. Oh, there's another probability here that slows it down from the pink. Was definitely pushing for the pink in my terms, not random that it bounced there now. Anyway, or now, a long time ago. Come through, hold above the blues, go to the next blue. Hold above the blue, go to the next blue. Okay, it's 134.70. There's your first number on your Genesis cone. To just say the idea of losing any upside, I would imagine comes at $72. Okay, that is like a big move down. I do understand. I treat these things like cryptos. Oh, bro, like look at the candles. Like, can't fool me, bro. What's this thing's price? 46. Come on, bro. Like, drop like 10% or more, like 20%. Like, I don't even know what time frame this is. It's a crypto, dude. It's like 5 days, whatever. 24, 3 days. And it's not too high. Anyways, it doesn't really matter there. Bang, $90, $100. Lose $100. Sorry, I'll see you again at 72. Hold $100. General idea is, yes, 134. Now, as we start to zoom in, we'll be able to capture this range. All right, this is the Genesis cone. It's going to be a little bit, not say a margin of error, but it's a newborn baby, so she's gonna react weirdly, I suppose. Okay, so then we have the 24-hour cone. Any good news? Yeah, a little more reflective of the range it's in. Okay, so that one's above the cone. The idea is if it is above the cone, it's going to break down. But we can see this one is in the skewed cone. And I'm going to keep it pretty simple. Like, even if it's the 1 minute, this I'll play like if I'm going to try ride a 1 minute. Anything inside the pinks, it's just a range. In this case, there's a skew. Kept it bullish. So every time I came into the pinks, you kind of know that there's a bar on algo that's got a positive skew on it. That's going to just slowly buy it up. What I mean by that is like 1 second every like 2 seconds, a little bounce, whatever. But the positive skew, it's compensating for that. So it's adding on, buying dip buys. Now, what can I see here? This will help us, instead of having like, oh shit, like a $30 range. There we go. We'll have 105. This will be tomorrow. So we'll be 105.90 cents. Anything below there, let's just say $80, $92. Anything above 105.80 cents is 121 to say $122. Yeah, previous high. Problem is it can make a previous high again, but there's something that stopped it, and it was pretty random because you ain't gonna draw a trend line. That came all the way from the middle of fucking nowhere. Okay, cool. There we go. So that's a little bit of the range there. Not so helpful. I do know that. Don't worry. We got the source. So 12 hours a little bit more blocky. I didn't notice this on the other assets. I'm surprised I didn't see it last night. But the general idea being here, she's got a positive mean. It's dirty. I don't really want to get into it. Positive skew, negative drift in probabilities. Positive skew code, negative drift in probabilities, because it's just +1 that's actually below the mean. Anyway, it goes on. Doesn't matter. Okay, now here we are looking at mean reversions. So this is back to 98. If there is any failures below this blue line, which is about 116, same applies here, but it's a little higher, 118, and that puts it above its previous high. So yes, if it does go for its previous high, we've got to make sure that it's just hold above 119. Whatever sort of happens, candle closes, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is the 12 hours, so it's a little bit more blocky, so it will try close at those lines. Yeah, and if next hour 12-hour print looks bullish, I would imagine it's trying 131. If it's pressing bearish, we're going to go 102, 110, pretty much. Big range, mean reversion. It's not scary. It's not bearish if it goes down. I would sort of be worried if it was bearish cheapers. Okay, this is RobinHood 87. Bit of a problem. I would dip buy the fuck out of that. $100. Hold above $100. Bullish. Let's keep it simple. 12 hour. Hold above $100. Bullish. Okay, what do we got next? Nothing really else is going to pop up here. 6 hours. Gonna help try define a little bit of a range here. 11.70 cents to 14.53 cents. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a bit tight. You are wanting to be bullish. 116.62 because of holding above the pink, holding above the mean. That is its final endeavor. As we can see, any hidden bull dev here on a 1 minute, I would imagine would solve this issue. But any closes below, would you say 114? Maybe a little bit of bullish bounces can be put in. I don't know what kind of structure you guys want to draw, but maybe just like buying up lower highs. Lower highs above 110, baby. Keep that up. Then you're bullish. Cool. That should be the same number. There, 3 hour, 308.308. Okay, this one, I'm thinking pretty good for intraday levels. I'm not gonna lie. Just take it from one side of the cone to the next. Just having the balls to carry it through can get choppy. What am I looking at here? Overall, 3 hour cone above 125. I'll be bullish on Tesla. Anything below 124. Now I don't have to like think too hard. This is just instinct. Anything below 123, just say 40 cents. I do expect 106. Okay, this is the current little range. So we've got a 110, pretty much 0.4 cents, and a 114.55. Okay, so now any response to the downside here comes as it breaks the cone on the left. All right, so let's see, as we're looking at the 6 hour for the 1 minute, maybe div, like imaginary div, or not going to be imaginary, but there will be a play here. Let's see if someone picks it up. Yeah, any close below $113 and $56 downside. Yeah, 110, just call it 110, cushion out, maybe a bouncing, depending on how much drag they want to give this thief. 109.23. Okay, 3 hour. We don't really have much here. Mean, same effect. Okay, this is now a little bit, so it's not 3 hours, it's 90 minute. 111.1111. Hold above there. It's actually in a range. So it's not bullish nor bearish in my eyes right now. It doesn't matter. If it even fucking could try to go up, it's just in a range. Crazy shit happens outside of the pinks. So just 111.11 to 123.66. So I think we had that 123 pop up earlier. So 123.53 cents. Only really going to be true if it holds, not carries on. If it holds above 115.56 cents. Shit, I was trying to keep this short, but it's a little bit more actionable. Anything crazy here, I will look for 111 cents. Pocket in. Only really bearish if it starts failing below 101. So let's see if this is going to be the test. If this can hold here, even there's a blue one. There's a little bit of padding to the downside here. Let's just see if we can hold maybe that lower high thing. Maybe it could be a little bit more aggressive over here. We'll find out in this range on the 90 minute. Here's your bearish hopium. Oh my word. It is in the right place. It is. Okay. Why is it bearish? What happens is this thing just open up, smoke both sides of the cone. Anyway, long story short, got outside of the cone here, wants to go to this side of the cone. Now that it's inside the cone, Mr. Bears. The idea being is your bearish hopium is true as long as it keeps on closing below 113.87 or 89 cents. 113.89 cents. Okay, close below there. What's the options price for these things a couple of days out at 190 cents? 107.90 cents. I don't know. That's the kind of play. So I don't trade options, but this shit is my favorite shit. Some of my shit. I love this shit. But I'm dumb as shit to learn options right now. But I have access, so I'll learn it over time. Anyway, I finally may have access, so we'll learn it over time. So yeah, that's the kind of stuff I'd be triggering off 45-day. I don't really want to get into anything else below that. But yeah, this was the 15-minute. There is a new 15-minute coin that's printed here. I will do it on the next run. I hope you guys found this information helpful. Yeah, if you did, please do like and subscribe, and you can win a high five. This is the African Crypto Warlord out. Hope to catch you on the candles, trading the big boy shit. Much power. Stay friggin' wild.